moving the exact same. Maybe I need to get educated on futures SMT. Fuck if I know. But I just know how I've traded it for years in Forex.
That's 100.
Alright guys, so at this moment in time, if we were going to see a breakout, we don't want them coming back down here. They would need to stay above here. We're coming off the 45-minute fair value gap with the SMT at the low. We got the bullish pop. There's some displacement. Open, power of 3, rebalance the displacement. Let's see if we can run out the high and fill in the entirety of the new week opening gap, which honestly, 45-minute fair value gap with that doesn't happen, but let's just see. The reason why I say they don't need to go below here is because you mark that's the displacement candle, but we can also look left. Where else did that displacement happen? EOB on a 2-minute. See that? Two-minute EOB. Therefore, if they're going to continue higher, we don't want them coming back down here, do we? No, not at all. We want them to stay above this BISI. You can look at this to the left. What else was blended with this EOB at the time? Quadruple inversion fair value gap. That's the quadruple IFBG. But yeah, this remains the same. If we're going to get a run and make a new higher high for today, this is the area that would need to hold price higher. But yeah, this remains the same. If we're going to get a run and make a new higher high for today, this is the area that would need to hold price higher. If you purchase that 45-minute fair value gap, hats off. This remains the same. If we're going to get a run and make a new higher high for today, this is the area that would need to hold price higher. Out of curiosity, I gotta ask: was anybody longing way down there at the bottom end? If you purchase that 45-minute fair value gap, hats off. This remains the same. If we're gonna get a run and make a new higher high for today, this is the area that would need to hold price higher. Like I said, technically, that was the only valid PD array visible on the charts.
Hi Vogue, it's Kendall Jenner.
There's nothing else lower. Therefore, if it's going to go higher, it would need to do so there. And then that's what we got. So TG, I'm going through a phase right now. I'm going through a little phase, experimenting. The last 2 weeks were really good weeks on my end. But what did I do those last 2 weeks? I didn't trade Monday. I don't know, if it's a mental thing or what. I'm just trying something different. But there goes the run off the fair value gap. There goes that run. So enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. I could have missed everything today and took this trade right here. This could have been my trade today. Just along at the fair value gap, stop loss down here, target highs. Now, why would we trust this fair value gap as opposed to every other one that we've seen today? This is Ram, I'm talking to you right here, Ramke. Why would we want to trust this fair value gap to break us out higher as opposed to anything else we've seen today? Does anybody want to answer the question? No, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a different answer. The question is, why could we take this BISI long right here and trust that as opposed to any other setup today, quote unquote setup, any other trade today? Why this one? Why would we take this one? Why is this one more, why am I more confident in this one than anything else that occurred today? Because we're going to go back a second. We're going to take a step back. And we're going to arrive at our famous question that we ask ourselves every day. And that's going to be, what has most recently happened? Because we're going to go back a second. We're going to take a step back. What has most recently happened? That's the question every single day. Now, if we go answer that, we answer it like this. We can see we had the market open, ran above buy side manipulation, right? They're not ready yet. Come down. We come below sell side, which, we were talking about those shorts. Take out sell side. We pull back up again. All right. It's sloppy. It's sloppy still. We're still on our hands, not doing anything. We don't know yet. We're in seek and destroy. They come back down one last time. But at this moment, we don't know that's one last time, though. But they come back down. At that moment in time is when we're still figuring price out. Where is that? Why are they coming down there again? Why should they possibly stop right there? That's when we went to this 45-minute time frame and found this level. 45-minute fair value gap under the lows. They hit it, respect it, and start trading higher. Therefore, once we hit that here, and there's also SMT with ES right here, where NQ fails to make that lower low, ES made the lower low, whatever, and then we start trading higher. So we're coming off of recently respected bullish PD arrays after taking out sell side. So we had accumulation, we had manipulation down into the 45-minute fair value gap, and now we're starting to respect bullish PD arrays, which start with this bullish order block right here. Down close candle, expansion, come back to the bullish order block. And then we have what right here? IFVG. We're going to make that green. There's an IFVG. So respecting bullish PD arrays while disrespecting bearish PD arrays. There's IFVG. And I'm going to take that off now. And then you guys hear me talk about this. The 2-minute EOB right here. They respect that and displace even higher. Let me open up. We drop down. Buy side imbalance. Bullish fair value gap. Long. Daily high. Resting here. And then there's your trade. Guys, I could have took this trade, so just because I didn't take it and physically enter does not mean it's not a good trade right here. This is a beautiful trade right here. This price run from this low to where we are now, that's a beautiful price run. I just told you guys I wasn't going to trade today. And I want to mean what I say. When I say something, I want to start, meaning it and going by it, right? Because that's the first step to discipline. But yeah, so the answer to the question is what has most recently happened. We went back and seen it, and that's the order flow. You arrive at order flow from a higher time frame level, and then these lower time frames, we can physically see its order flow. Blend it with liquidity, blend it with time of day. It's currently 1050 macro, and then you arrive at the setup. So trading can literally be that easy if you just wait for the right times, and just wait for good scenarios like this. Like the last couple weeks, how many times have we seen it now? Every single week. And for the most part, we traded most of it. I wish I would have went long here just for the sake of something to post today. Notice, this is what I always teach also. When the array forms before taking out the highest high, you can trade that. You can miss the low here. You can miss this pullback. You can miss this. They create this last PD array before taking out the high. And there's the trade. But I also do this because I want you guys to be able to trade without me having to trade. I also want to do that. I've done my fair share of trading. I've done a lot of trading with y'all, but I want you guys to be able to trade too. And I don't know how the fuck you do that. Excuse my language, but I don't know how on earth, do you blow your funded account inside of this stream? I don't understand. Oh, I do understand. And I'm not going to talk to you like that. I understand. But it's just like, why do you want to start your week off like that, bro? Why are you trading the opening bell with so much urgency? You might, I know, I'm not trying to beat you up. I don't want to kick you while you're down. How much trading experience do you have? How long have you been doing this? About 2 years. How long have you been in my streams, Jay? 4 months? Okay, so yeah, I'm definitely not going to speak to you like that. I apologize, but and I'm sorry for your loss. But dang it, man! So you've no excuse. If you've been here for 4 months, you know that you know the way I talk. It is your fault. It's 100% your fault. But dang it, buddy, you can't do that. You just can't. And take it from me, from someone that has done it so many times. It happens. I know. But it's like now you really want to chop your own head off because you're looking at this the way I just outlined it, right? And you see how beautiful that is now? right? And that's what hurts. That's what hurts you the most. I bet. That's what hurts you more. That you can't participate in this because you already messed up here, where nothing nothing here is clean. Why put this on the line? Why risk your account during this? There's nothing setting up yet here. There's no higher time frame levels being hit. There's no narrative here yet. It's just, you know, just nothing. And that's why I told people last week, price action is always going up or down at all times. Therefore, one could always come to the conclusion that, oh, I'm missing something. No matter where price is, you could tell yourself that. You got to be patient and disciplined, and you have to know what you're looking for. Sorry for your loss, but man, you gotta learn. The only way to learn is from the mistakes. But believe me, I promise you, I've made more. I'm not trying to downplay it, but dang it, man, I've been there. Oh, so many times. Like we already know the outcome. That's the thing. Like when you start doing shit like that, we already know the outcome. That's that's what really helped me. There is no, oh, just this one time. We already know the outcome because it happens at least 9 out of 10 times. That one time you get lucky, that's when you start bending all the rules. Next thing you know, you're doing it 5 days in a row. You just gotta know what you're looking for. Know and just wait. Just wait. The longer you wait, usually the better. Uh, what's the size of that price run right there? From the 45-minute up to the high. That's 250 points. From the first order block. 180 points. The EOB, 150 points. BISI, just to the high, 60. Hold it any longer, you're looking at 120. And then we arrive here at 11 a.m. And hello, Mello. I know we got a lot of new faces here, so I do have to speak on it. So in situations like this, right, we outline all these levels. There's a rhyme and a reason for everything. And then now here we are at 11 o'clock in the morning, and you're wanting to take a trade now. At this point in time, you just shouldn't. You can't. You got to accept it that you didn't trade at any of these levels. You should be done. There's nothing you can do. You want me to go to the hourly? I see the hourly. No. It's just a giant bearish candle with a giant, no body, giant wick, all that chop. I'm not paying that no mind. We got the gap here. That's what we're feeling right now. So, wouldn't be trying to take any new trades. No. The main trade opportunity was that buy side imbalance right here before breaking out to the upside, before taking out the daily high. That's what you should have been involved in right there when I highlighted it. It's all right, if we're going to break out, they should respect this buy side imbalance and then run the high. They can't go here. That's the trade right there. Just in the nick of time before 11 o'clock gets hit. Then you'd grab that, you'd be done. Don't beat yourself up if you didn't. This is Monday, literally, and this, like, we got all week, right? We got all week. You don't think we can arrive at another price run in the next 4 days? No, we most certainly will. We most certainly will. Because we know what to look for. We know what to look for. But yeah, it's 11 a.m. The price run ended up coming on through. Coming up that 45 minute. Isn't that crazy though? Like, who looks at the 45-minute chart, right? Who's looking at the 45-minute chart? Nobody. No one's looking at no 45-minute time frame. But guess what? If you didn't look at it, I don't think that level is really there. Here's the 30-minute. Look, nothing there. You're not seeing anything in there. Here's the 15-minute. I mean, there's something here, but guess what? They traded through it. So when I trade fair value gaps, I'm not buying that fair value gap and putting my stop loss down here. My stop loss would have got hit if I only used that. 45-minute. There she is, right there. So hopefully you guys learned something today. Even if you didn't trade, that's fine. I didn't trade today. I could have. Yes, I didn't. No. But regardless, you gained experience. So that's great. You showed up, you got your hands dirty, and you just gained some XP. Who was that? Jay? What size funded account was it, and who was it with? If you're still in here. Do you mind if I ask? TPT? Or TOT? TPT? Oh yeah, that hurts. Did you ever have it in profit? No. Okay. Yeah, those first few trade. Was today the first day you traded on it? I hope not. Was it? Was today day number 1? This is. It was my second day past. Okay. Yeah. So this is a great learning experience, guys. Even not just for Jay, but for everyone that, you know, he's being open about it and he's telling everyone. And that takes a lot of courage. But we can all learn from Jay's mistake today. He's going to bounce back. Yeah, he got it funded once. Guess what? He can get it funded again. He's in good hands. He's in a good group. You know, you can definitely do it again. But the main takeaway is that 930 open that you said you were chasing up and down. That's going to eat your account up. It's going to eat it up quick. That's why I try my best to stay away from that. Unless, because you've noticed there's been times where we trade right at 930 because of certain conditions, certain situations, certain scenarios, will give us the green light that we can try something. But in an instance like today, we don't have that scenario. Yeah, and I think Tradeovate has that new feature, someone said, where you can lock yourself out. And that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna make you guys do that with me at the end of sessions. Thank me later. So that way I know. I do it for myself too, but we would do it so we know when we get done with the stream, no one's doing any funky business afterwards. You want to be a New York trader? Trade till 11 a.m. Lock yourself out. Wait for the next day. It'll probably save everyone. Because I'm not innocent either. I oftentimes I'll keep looking at price after New York, after the stream. I'll keep my eye on it. I don't want to be like that. You're always going to have the emotions, Jay. They're always going to be there. The thing is how you act on them and what you do about them. The outcome's going to be the same usually. Like I said, the outcome's always the same. You keep doing it, it's going to be the same outcome every time. That's insanity. Doing the same thing, expecting different results. So something has to change. Like it's your second day on a funded account. I know how proud you were when you got that account funded. I'm sure you were so proud and you told yourself, okay, here it is. I'm about to get a payout, right? And day two, it shifts. And that's heartbreaking. I understand it's heartbreaking and you feel like that's a setback, but I don't know what else to tell you, man. You just gotta be more patient, more disciplined. You can't blow it. That first trade on a funded is very important. Let's see. There you go, Jack. You make them feel a little better. I mean, if you got bread, you can reset that bitch for $900. If you got bread like that. That's how much it is to reset a 100K account, live account. $900 to reset it. And it's not 200 either. I think it's like 275 or 250. Yeah, you could buy 3 brand new 100K evals for the price of that to reset. Look at PA still just grinding higher. Does Finesse wish he took that one of these trades today? Absolutely. I absolutely wish I did. But I said this past 2 Mondays also and ended up having a good week. So what does cracked mean? Does that mean failed? V? Oh, hit TP. Okay. Yeah, just super stoked to hear that. Although, it's not a signal group by no means. But regardless, stoked to hear that. Like I said, TG, I don't know what's to come. I know what has recently happened. Yeah, no problem, man. You can do whatever you want in here. I just say not a signal group to CYS, cover my ass, cover your ass. And I don't want to promote signals either. But I'll read price and tell you what I think is going to happen, sure. If you go to that 10-minute, it looks like they may want to revisit in here. So I'm saying don't try to chase this. Imagine buying up here after thinking buying here was too late. So it's like, nah. Nope, 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 nope. There you go, Steph. Just play it by ear, guys. We've been doing good. We got momentum on our side. Today was a warm-up day for me, and it was a pretty good warm-up day after all. After they got done doing their shady business, and they were down here. We're watching. We're checking out the time frames. So good warm-up session for the week. Trump better not new guy ran because I don't want to die. I'm not ready to die. I haven't even been to California, man. I haven't even been to Cali. That's messed up. You got a charter? You gonna meet me at Myrtle Beach? Dude, that's how long that would take. Yeah, Chase, this was shitty, but it ended up being not shitty. This is not shitty at all whatsoever. This run from here, even to the highs, that's a beautiful price run right there. Beautiful. And it happens every time. You guys know at Friday, if you go reevaluate the week on a Friday, and this is what really did it for me. By the time every single Friday, you start realizing, hey, if I would have just waited for that setup on Wednesday, or if I would have waited for New York setup on Tuesday, I would have had a good week. If I would have just waited for Thursday's New York session, because I like what I see right there. That's my favorite type of price delivery right there. What Thursday did, just saying Thursday, right? Then I would have had a great week, because you guys know what you like to see, and if you don't know what you like to see, you should learn it throughout the streams and throughout the education. You'll start learning what you want to see, what you like to see. And by the time Friday hits, you're like, damn, if I would have just waited for that right there, I would have had a good week. Why was I involved in all of this when I could have just waited for that? Because that, oh yeah, I love that. So it's like the 5 days throughout the week, it's a long week. So no need to rush. But I'm gonna let you guys go. Okay. I got the doctor I gotta go to at 2 o'clock today. It's already 11:15. Need to get ready some more, but we'll come back tomorrow and I'll throw in a trade. Yep. Jay, keep your head up, bud. Don't off yourself. It's not worth it. You'll bounce back. Although I am disappointed, I'm not gonna lie. I'm very disappointed. Go ahead, you can message me. Go ahead, message me. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.